Aliyah Boston earns bold all-star backing from Kelsey Plum amid struggles without Caitlin Clark. What's been going around on the internet since the Sparks game is that without Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston becomes invisible. The offense comes to a halt altogether as her teammates hesitate, and the ball never comes her way. Boston's 62% field goal percentage? It did not help her case, as she spent this entire game trying to find space for her skills. So when Clark is ruled out, you know it is not just Clark you have to be worried about. The Indiana loses their best player in Clark and then their second best in Boston. And who does the bulk of the blame fall upon? Boston, of course. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're out there sealing defenders in the paint waiting on that perfect pass. What people remember is the stat line. In the loss to the Sparks, Boston did notch her seventh double-double of the season with 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 steals. Impressive? Sure. But coming right after her monster night against the Seattle Storm, where she dropped a career-high 31 points on 13 of 18 shooting with 7 boards, it didn't exactly scream dominance. And as they have been saying on social media, you don't go 4 of 13 in a game without CC. While the game against the Sparks offers plenty of reasons why Boston doesn't deserve the criticism, the receipts go way back. So, don't let one game fool you. Being there for her team and finishing plays is Boston's bread and butter, and few in the WNBA do it better. Her 57 points on 25 for 37 shooting against the Seattle Storm's Nneka Ogwumike and the Las Vegas Aces Aya Wilson? That wasn't a fluke. It was proof that if the whole team played as selflessly and mindfully as Boston does, with or without CC, she could carry them to a win. Because even when the rest of the Fever are having one of those days, Boston has been the reliable hero, with a cape and all. So, while some may have missed it, Kelsey Plum sure didn't. She made sure to give Boston her flowers. Aliyah Boston should be an all-star starter, said the LA Sparks guard after the game. A testament to the work Boston has put in. But despite her good performances, the Winds continue to evade the Fever as they have now lost 3 of their last 4 games. Definitely something to keep an eye on. But is Boston any stranger to such scenarios? Not really. In 2023, Boston earned row TY while the Fever went 13-27. So, she knows how to make lemonade out of some very questionable lemons records. The team's 2025 record might not scream powerhouse, as many predicted, but that's never stopped her from stacking up achievements, including back-to-back all-star selections. And with her steady production and on-court impact this season, Indiana's SOSO start shouldn't get in the way of her making it 3 in a row. Notably, the towering center has been the lone bright spot for the Fever in what has been a sorry season for the franchise so far. Boston has put together a solid third season in the WNBA. She is averaging a career-high 15.9 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game. After the first round of All-Star voting, Caitlin Clark led with 515,993 points. And Boston wasn't far behind. Sitting comfortably in third place, Boston had 446,961 votes. It is important to note that fan voting for the All-Star Game continues through June 28th, and only then will we know the final starters. But if early numbers are any indication, Boston looks well on track to suit up alongside Clark, provided both remain fit. The All-Star festivities are set to hit Indiana next month, and sure, there's a lot to look forward to. But they've got buckets to worry about. Caitlin Clark's shooting woes hurt the Fever? After already missing 5 games due to a quad issue, Caitlin Clark now finds herself dealing with a groin strain. Now, groin strains are tricky business. They don't exactly heal overnight. And with Clark just recovering from one injury, Stephanie White doesn't seem too eager to toss her straight back into the fire. Speaking to reporters Thursday, the coach gave a quick update that was equal parts vague and hopeful. Yeah, late last night, White said of when she found out. I think it's very much a day-to-day thing, how she responds to treatment. You know, I stay in my lane and let our strength and conditioning and our physical, our staff, do what they do best. But yeah, I found out late last night, and then we'll treat it day to day. Unfortunately, the injury comes at a rough time for Clark, who's been in a noticeable slump. Over her last 3 outings, she's averaged just 12 points while shooting a cold 27.7% from the field. And if that wasn't painful enough, her three-point shooting has been AWOL. Clark went 1 for 23 from downtown, with that lone make coming in a game against the Aces. While she's off the court, White has handed her a new role. Clark's job? Watch the plays, study the patterns, and figure out how the team can look like a functioning offense, with or without her. Sadly, that did not come around in this game as the team just could not help Boston. So, that's something they will have to figure out soon.